Brought to you by Penguin.
The Mad Women's Ball by Victoria Ma. Read by Kristin Atherton. Chapter 1. The 3rd of March, 1885. Louise, it is time. With one hand, Geneviève pulls back the blanket that hides the sleeping figure of the girl. Curled up in a fetal position on the narrow mattress, her mass of thick, dark hair covers the pillow and part of her face. Lips parted, Louise is snoring softly. She cannot hear the other women, who are already awake and bustling about the dormitory. Between the rows of iron bedsteads, the women stretch, pin their hair up into chignons, button their ebony gowns over their translucent night shifts, then trudge wearily towards the refectory under the watchful eye of the nurses. Timorous rays of sunshine steal through the misted windows. Louise is the last to get up. Every morning, an intern or one of the other patients has to rouse her from sleep. The adolescent greets the twilight with relief and allows the night to plummet her into a sleep so deep she does not dream. Sleep makes it possible not to fret over what is past, not to worry about what is to come. Sleep has been her only respite since the events of 3 years ago that led her to be in this place. Up we get, Louise. Everyone is waiting. Geneviève takes the girl's arm and shakes it until, finally, she opens one eye. For a moment, she is startled to see the woman the inmates call the old lady standing at the foot of her bed. Then she cries out, "I have a lecture!" Then get yourself ready. You've had enough sleep. Yes. The girl leaps out of bed and grabs her black woolen robe from the chair. Geneviève steps aside and watches. Her eye lingers on the panicked gestures, the vague jerks of the head, the rapid breathing. Louise had a fit last night. There can be no question of her having another before today's lecture. The girl quickly buttons the collar of her gown and turns to the matron. She feels intimidated by Geneviève, who stands ramrod straight in her white uniform, blonde hair pinned into a chignon. Over the years, Louise has had to learn to adapt to the woman's stern demeanour. Not that Geneviève could be accused of being unfair or spiteful. She simply does not inspire affection. Like this, Madame Geneviève? Leave your hair down. The doctor prefers it that way. Louise raises her plump hands to her hastily made chignon and unpins it. She is a young woman in spite of herself. Even at 16, she retains a childlike enthusiasm. Her body matured too quickly, and by the age of 12, her bosom and her hips had developed without warning her of the consequences of this sudden voluptuousness. Her eyes have lost some of their innocence, but not all. This is why it is still possible to hope for the best. I'm nervous. Just let it happen, and everything will be fine. Yes. The two women head down the hospital corridor. The light of this March morning streams through the windows and shimmers against the tiles, a soft light that heralds spring and the costumed ball held in the middle of Lent. A light that prompts a smile, and the hope that soon it might be possible to leave this place. Geneviève senses that Louise is anxious. The girl walks with her head bowed, her arms hanging limply by her sides, her breathing laboured. The girls are always nervous about meeting Charcot in person, especially when they have been chosen to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?